Dear students, welcome to the part 3 of module 3. In this part, we shall study about cross correlation function and also work out some problems related to autocorrelation function ACF and cross correlation function CCF. In the previous video, we already worked out some problems on autocorrelation function, and using the formula for mean and autocorrelation function, we proved that for some random processes, when a particular function x of t is given to you, we can show that mu x of t, that means mean, is a constant and autocorrelation function is a function depending only on the time difference tau. So in such cases, the random process is said to be a wide sense stationary process. Correct? So just remember these topics. Once again, I am giving you these definitions. Autocorrelation function is defined by this expectation of x of t1 into x of t2, or when t1 is taken as t and t2 is taken as t plus tau, we also use this notation. And especially in the case of wide sense stationarity, this function becomes only a function of tau. So there are two conditions for wide sense stationarity. First condition, expectation of x of t equal to mu x, which is a constant, and autocorrelation function is a function of only tau. Remember this. Now let us work out a slight different type of question than the questions which I have solved in the previous video. Let v of t equal to x plus 3t, where x is a random variable with x bar equal to 0. X bar means mean of x. This is another notation for expectation of x. And x square bar. X square bar means expectation of x square. Okay, x bar means expectation of x. X square bar means expectation of x square. It is given as 5. Show that v of t bar means expectation of v of t, which is equal to 3t, and rv of t1 comma t2, that means autocorrelation of v as 5 plus 9 t1 t2, where rv of t1 t2 is autocorrelation function and v of t bar is mean value of v of t. Okay. So start from the given function. V of t is given x plus 3t. Mean value of v of t is given as v of t bar. Another notation is expectation of v of t equal to v of t is given, so directly take expectation of this function, expectation of x plus 3t. But by linearity property of expectation, this can be written as expectation of x plus 3t. Actually, expectation of x plus expectation of 3t. But here 3t is a constant, x is the random variable. In the question it is mentioned that x is a random variable. So write expectation of expectation of x plus 3t. Now expectation of x is given as 0. X bar is 0. Substitute here. So you get the answer 3t. So we proved the first result. Very simple. Directly we are using the definition of expectation. Next, let us find autocorrelation function. Rv of t1 comma t2. Okay, before that, what is the autocorrelation function formula in terms of x? You studied Rx of t1 comma t2 equal to expectation of x of t1 into x of t2. So what will be Rv of t1 t2? Expectation of v of t1 into v of t2. Okay, it is equal to expectation of, okay, actually this is a bracket here. Okay, this should be a square bracket. Expectation of v of t1. V of t1 will be x plus 3t1 because v of t is given as x plus 3t. So this is x plus 3t1 and v of t2 is x plus 3t2. Multiply term by term. You get x square plus 3 into t1 plus t2 into x plus 9 t1 t2. Expectation of sum of these three terms. Now by linearity property, you can find the expectation of each term. So write expectation of x square plus 3 t1 plus t2 into expectation of x plus 9 t1 t2. Remember here only x is the random variable. And expectation of x square is nothing but x square bar. It is given in the question 5. Substitute. This is 5. And expectation of x, this term, it is nothing but x bar and it is given as 0. Substitute these two answers here. You get rv of t1 comma t2 equal to 5. This answer is 5 plus this answer is 0 plus 9 t1 t2. So answer is 5 plus 9 t1 t2. Autocorrelation function of the random variable or random process v of t. It's a simple question. Next, a random variable x has a uniform distribution over a period 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. Find mean and mean square value of the random process v of t equal to 6 into e raised to xt. Once again, here x is the random variable. In the question it is given x is a random variable which is uniformly distributed in this interval. So first start from the PDF of x. How to write the PDF of x? It is 1 by b minus a when the interval is a to b. Here you get 1 by 2 minus 0. So PDF is a constant which is 1 by 2. And in remaining region, the PDF value is 0. And v of t, random process, is given as 6 into e raised to xt. So question required value is find mean and mean square value. So first let us find the mean value of v of t. Mu suffix v of t, mu v of t equal to formula integration minus infinity to infinity v into fx of x dx or fx t of x dx. Substitute 0 to 2, 6 e raised to xt, that is your v, into fx of x is 1 by 2. Substitute. Now this is very easy function to integrate. Evaluate the integral. Apply the limits from 0 to 2. You get this answer. Just verify it. 3 into e raised to 2t minus 1 divided by t. So we obtained mean value of the random process. Mean square value. Mean square value is nothing but expectation of v square. So expectation of v square formula is minus infinity to infinity v square into fx of x dx. Here instead of x you have x of t because x is a random variable. And substitute here 6 into e raised to xt whole square, fx of x is 1 by 2 dx. A very easy integral. When you substitute this, 6 square you get 36 divided by 2, it is 18. E raised to xt whole square is e raised to 2xt. Now you can integrate and apply the limits. Verify yourself. You get the answer 9 into e raised to 4t minus 1 divided by t. This is mean square value of the random variable v, random process v of t. Next, let us study about cross correlation function, short form CCF. The cross correlation function CCF of two random processes x of t and y of t is defined as Rxy of t1 comma t2 equal to expectation of x of t1 into y of t2. Remember, similar formula you studied under autocorrelation function. Only the difference here is that in the case of autocorrelation function, auto means x is taken with x itself. We write Rxx, and here also we write expectation of x of t1 into x of t2. But in the case of cross correlation function, we take two different random variables. One is x and second one is y. So Rxy of t1 comma t2 equal to expectation of x of t1 into y of t2, and using the definition of your correlation. What is the correlation formula? Integration minus infinity to infinity minus infinity to infinity x1 into y2 into fxy of x1 comma y2 dx1 dy2. Okay, here fx t1 y t2 of x1 y2 because of the random process. And same formula, if you interchange x and y, we can write it as r yx of t1 comma t2. Formula is expectation of y of t1 into x of t2. Okay, see the difference here, xy t1 t2, here yx t1 t2. See the order. And what is the formula? Minus infinity to infinity minus infinity to infinity integration of y1 into x2 f of y of t1 x of t2 y1 comma x2 dy1 dx2 formula. And both bivariate expectations or correlation functions are functions of t1 and t2. They depend on t1 and t2. So remember, both formula are called as cross correlation functions of x of t and y of t. Now if you have x of t and y of t both are wide sense stationary processes, then what are the conditions? Expectation of x of t is wide sense stationary process means mean of expectation of x is constant and autocorrelation of the random process x of t is also a function of only tau. Similar case holds good for y of t, correct? Y of t is also wide sense stationary means expectation of y of t is constant and autocorrelation function of y of t is a function of only tau. So if both are wide sense stationary processes, then we consider these two processes together and we say that they are jointly wide sense stationary. Okay, and in the case of jointly wide sense stationary process, the cross correlation function rxy of t1 comma t2, this formula, okay, this can be written as only rxy of tau. Okay, this is another notation in the case of wide sense stationarity. It is expectation of x of t1 into y of t2. Instead of that, we write expectation of x of t into y of t plus tau. And r yx of tau will be expectation of y of t into x of t plus tau. Both small t, the time instant t, and tau are arbitrary here. So remember, in the case of jointly wide sense stationary process, cross correlation function depends only on the time difference tau and it is independent of the particular value of the time instant t. Remember this. Some of the properties of cross correlation functions. The first property, rxy of minus tau is equal to ryx of tau. Remember, a similar property you studied under autocorrelation function. In that case, autocorrelation function is an even function. Rxx of tau is same as Rxs of minus tau. You studied in that way. But here, it is not symmetrical. Okay, it need not be true for all processes. Rxy of minus tau will be equal to Ryx of tau. A different symmetry holds here. Okay, so we cannot say that it is an even function just from this. Rxy of minus tau is Ryx of tau. And your order of the subscripts is important here. Second property, if y of t is periodic with period capital T, then Rxy of tau plus t is same as Rxy of tau. Periodic property. But here, in the notation Rxy, the second random process y, if this process is periodic with period t, then Rxy of tau plus t is same as Rxy of tau. And if x of t is periodic with period t, then similar property we write Ryx of tau plus t equal to Ryx of tau. So, the cross correlation function is periodic in nature. The third property, cross correlation function is 0 if two random processes x of t and y of t are orthogonal. That means if Rxy of t plus t comma t plus tau equal to 0, in that case we say that x and y are orthogonal. And when it is understood that this function depends only on tau, we also use this notation for Rxy of t comma t plus tau. In some textbooks they just write only Rxy of tau. Okay, this is equal to 0 means x and y are orthogonal. Fourth property, there are two bounds or limits on a cross correlation function. There are two bounds for the cross correlation function. First bound is mod of Rxy of tau is less than or equal to half into Rxx of 0 plus Ryy of 0. This is actually called as arithmetic mean between Rxx of 0 and Ryy of 0. Remember, you studied arithmetic mean between a and b is a plus b by 2. Correct? So here absolute value of the cross correlation function, this value is equal to or less than arithmetic mean. And absolute value of the cross correlation function is equal to or less than square root of the product of mean square values of individual processes. Okay. Here also arithmetic mean of individual processes. Okay. Here also we consider. Now let us prove this. Each boundary. One boundary is half into Rxx of 0 plus Ryy of 0. This is arithmetic mean and this is geometric mean actually. Square root of AB is the geometric mean between A and B. We will prove each result now. We start from the general expression expectation of x of t plus or minus k into y of t plus tau whole square. We start from the expectation of a square term. Clearly this is greater than or equal to 0 because of the square term involved in your expression. This term is greater than or equal to 0. Clearly expectation of this is greater than or equal to 0. And here k is some arbitrary real constant. So remember the starting step. We start from this general expression. Now expanding the square in the expectation operator which I have written here. This is in the form a plus b whole square or a plus or minus b whole square. Expand it, you get three terms. One is a square term, second one is 2ab term, third one is b square term. So you get expectation of x square t plus or minus 2k into x of t into y of t plus tau plus k square y square into t plus tau. And this expectation is greater than or equal to 0. Expectation of x square t plus or minus 2k into expectation of x of t into y of t plus tau. By the linearity property of expectation, we can split and write the expectation of each term. This term is greater than or equal to 0, sum of these three terms. Now perform the expectation. Now expectation of x square t is nothing but Rx of 0. You studied this as a property under autocorrelation function. Okay, autocorrelation function at tau equal to 0. Rx of 0 will be equal to mean square value of the random process. Using that property, this becomes Rx of 0. And this is nothing but cross correlation function Rxy of tau. And this is again Ry of 0. Okay, k square into Ry of 0. Y square of t plus tau. And this sum is greater than or equal to 0. Now in this equation, let me take it as equation star. In this equation, if you take k equal to 1, then this equation becomes Rx of 0 plus or minus 2 Rxy of tau plus Ry of 0 greater than or equal to 0. Rearrange the terms. When you rearrange the terms in this equation, you get Rxy of tau less than or equal to half into Rx of 0 plus Ry of 0. That means actually here you get mod. Actually you are getting Rxy of tau is greater than minus half into this and less than half into this. So it is in between minus value to plus value. In such cases, we write it as mod. You just rearrange the terms and verify it. So mod of Rxy of tau is less than or equal to half into Rx of 0 plus Ry of 0. Similarly, mod of Ryx of tau will be less than or equal to half into Rx of 0 plus Ry of 0. So we proved that arithmetic mean is one bound for the cross correlation function. Now second bound is geometric mean. Now to obtain the second bound, again we use the same equation star in this equation. Actually we have taken a k equal to 1 to prove the first bound. Now here we shall take this in general. Second equation. For any positive real constant k, you can write equation star in this form, same equation, k square into Ry of 0 plus or minus 2k Rxy of tau plus Rx of 0 is greater than or equal to 0. So same equation I am writing in this form. Now this left hand side is in the form of a quadratic, correct? Ax square plus bx plus c, it is in that form, a quadratic equation. Left hand side is a quadratic. Now the roots of this quadratic equation depends on the discriminant value, correct? When the equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, what is the discriminant? It is nothing but b square minus 4ac, correct? Here b square means 2 rxy of tau whole square. You get 4 r square xy of tau, or you can write rxy of tau whole square minus 4 ac, 4 into ry of 0 into rx of 0. Okay. So only if b square minus 4ac is less than or equal to 0, in that case you get non-negative value, correct? Quadratic will be greater than or equal to 0. This condition holds good. Only if b square minus 4ac is less than or equal to 0, that means it does not have any real roots, it has only complex roots. In that case, you get this equation, less than or equal to 0. Simplify this. When you simplify this, you get 4 into rxy of tau whole square less than or equal to 4 into rx of 0 into ry of 0. Again rearrange. Rxy of tau whole square is less than or equal to Rx of 0 into Ry of 0. We can cancel 4 on both sides and obtain this. And if you take the square root, you can write mod of Rxy of tau is less than or equal to square root of Rx of 0 into Ry of 0. So this is the second bound, geometric mean bound for the cross correlation function. Okay. So remember all these properties. Sometimes they may ask you to write down the properties, just list the properties. And if they ask you to prove that geometric mean is a bound for the cross correlation function, then you have to write all the steps. Otherwise just mention the property. So we obtained this as a bound. Now among the two bounds which you have written now, one is arithmetic bound and second one is geometric bound. Geometric bound is a stronger bound than arithmetic bound. Okay, arithmetic bound. So just correct this word. Okay, geometric mean is a stronger bound than the arithmetic mean bound. Next, autocovariance function. We use the notation Cxx of t1, t2. It is actually expectation of x of t1 minus mu x into x of t2 minus mu x. We can multiply this term by term and write this as expectation of x of t1 into x of t2 minus mu x into x of t1 minus mu x into x of t2 plus mu x whole square. Okay. And when you take by linearity property of expectation, when you take expectation of each term, this reduces to expectation of x of t1 into x of t2 minus mu x into expectation of x of t1 minus mu x into expectation of x of t2 plus mu x square. Actually expectation of x of t1 is nothing but mu x. So this term becomes mu x into mu x square. Here expectation of x of t2 is also mu x into mu x whole square. And this is also mu x whole square. So when you simplify this, you get only cx of t1 comma t2 equal to rx of t1 t2 minus mu x whole square. If the autocovariance function depends only on the time difference tau and it is independent of the time instant t, then we also use this notation cx of tau equal to expectation of x of t minus mu x into x of t plus tau minus mu x. Or we can also write this as rx of tau minus mu square x. Rx of tau is nothing but autocorrelation function. So autocovariance function is nothing but autocorrelation function minus mu x square. Remember, similar property you studied under module 2, covariance function, COV of x comma y. It is nothing but expectation of x into y minus expectation of x into expectation of y, if you remember. Correct? Same type of expression here we use, but here covariance of autocovariance of x equal to autocorrelation of x minus square of the mean. Cross covariance function. Cross covariance function means it is the average value of the product of the deviations of two random variables, two variates from their respective means. So see xy of tau. Remember the word we are using here. Auto means x with x itself. Here cross means x with y or y with x. See xy of tau equal to expectation of x of t minus mu x and y of t plus tau minus mu y. So we consider the time shift for the variable y. And when you simplify this, just like your previous expression here, if you simplify this, you will get rxy of tau minus mu x into mu y. Similarly, if you interchange the order, that means instead of x into y, if you write y into x, then formula is slightly different. Here we write expectation of y of t minus mu y into x of t plus tau minus mu x. When you open this bracket and simplify this, you get ryx of tau minus mu y into mu x. And if cxy of tau is equal to 0, then the random processes x and y are not correlated to each other. Result. If autocovariance function is 0, then these two random processes x and y, or you can say x of t and y of t, are not correlated, uncorrelated. So let us work out one problem now. Two jointly wide-sense stationary random processes have the sample functions of the form x of t equal to a cos omega naught t plus theta and y of t equal to b cos omega naught t plus theta plus phi. Here a, b and phi are constants. Theta is the random variable uniformly distributed between 0 to 2 pi. Find the cross correlation function rxy of tau. Now you have the formula for cross correlation function rxy of tau. It is nothing but expectation of x of t into y of t plus tau. Substitute for both x of t and y of t plus tau. X of t is a cos omega naught t plus theta and y of t plus tau becomes b into cos omega naught t plus tau here. Okay, omega naught into t plus tau. I have directly written the expanded form omega naught t plus omega naught tau plus theta plus phi. Now here a and b are constants. You can write them together. And remaining two terms, if you observe, they are in the form of cos A into cos B, product of two cosine functions. Okay, I have written one more step here by taking A and B together. Now, what is the formula cos A into cos B? It is 1 by 2 into half into cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. So, when you use that formula, You get here cos omega naught t plus omega naught t, you get 2 omega naught t, theta plus theta, 2 theta, then remaining terms omega naught tau plus phi. So this is in the form of cos of a plus b, plus this is cos of a minus b. What is cos of a minus b? When you subtract this from this, omega naught t cancels, even theta cancels, remaining is minus omega naught tau plus phi. But cos of minus omega naught tau plus phi is same as cos of omega naught tau plus phi. Remember the property, cos of minus of any angle is equal to cos of the positive angle, same angle. So we use that property. So instead of minus omega naught tau plus minus phi, I have written positive terms here. Now integrate each term. Expectation is nothing but, expectation of any function of theta is nothing but that function of theta into f theta of theta. So integrate this. When you integrate this function into f theta of theta is 1 by 2 pi because of your uniform random variable between 0 to 2 pi. The PDF of this uniform random variable is 1 by 2 pi minus 0. So you get 1 by 2 pi. So 1 by 2 pi. I am separately integrating these two terms, this term and this term. So written the integration step here. But here, first term, these three terms are constants. 2 omega naught t, omega naught tau plus phi. Three terms are constants. We are integrating only with respect to theta. So if you have cos of some constant plus n theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, etc., any value of n, here 2 theta, in general if you have n theta, you can evaluate this and check it, you get the answer 0. So I am not separately giving you this integral, this answer vanishes. Okay. Even otherwise, when you have cos and sine terms with here 2 theta, and when your interval is the period of that function, period is means it may be from minus pi to pi, the total period becomes 2 pi in that case. Even from 0 to 2 pi also it is the period. Cos and sine functions are periodic functions with the period 2 pi. Okay. In that case integral vanishes. Remember the property. Otherwise you can evaluate the integral. Anyway you will get the answer 0. So this integral vanishes, and this integral, here you are integrating with respect to theta, but this function is a constant now because it does not contain theta. So write this constant as it is into theta integration from 0 to 2 pi. When you apply the limits, you get this answer. Okay, check it. Apply the limits, then 2 pi cancels here with the 2 pi. You get only AB by 2 into cos omega naught tau plus phi. And it is clear that this function is a function depending only on the time difference tau. Correct? Anyway, here they asked only to find the cross correlation function. So we obtained the answer. This is the answer. Next problem. Let two random processes x of t and y of t be given as x of t equal to a cos omega ct plus b sin omega ct and y of t equal to b cos omega ct minus a sin omega ct, where a and b are uncorrelated, zero mean random variables with same variance. Remember here a and b are random variables, okay, and not constants, and they have zero mean. That means mean of a is 0 and mean of b is also 0 with the same variance. Same variance means sigma square of a is same as sigma square of b. Both variances are equal. Obtain cross correlation of x of t and y of t and show that these two processes are jointly wide sense stationary. So we'll try to prove this. Start from the cross correlation of x of t and y of t formula. Rxy of t comma t plus tau, okay, equal to expectation of x of t into y of t plus tau. Substitute. What is your x of t? A cos omega ct plus b sin omega ct, and y of t plus tau becomes b cos omega ct plus tau minus a sin omega c t plus tau. Try to expand this. Okay, you get a into b, first term multiplied with first term, a into b cos omega ct plus omega c tau, then b square sin omega ct into cos this into this term, sin omega ct into cos omega ct plus omega c tau, minus a square this with this cos omega ct into sin omega c t plus tau, minus b into a sin omega ct into sin omega ct plus tau. Okay, so total you get 4 terms. Now if you find the expectation of each term, because you are having expectation of sum of 4 terms now, using the linearity property you can find the expectation of each term. In that case you get first expectation of a into b. Remember here a and b are not constants, they are random variables. So expectation of a into b, and this is constant, cos omega ct into cos omega ct plus omega c tau, minus again one more term with ab is there. So I am writing these two terms together. AB is written outside. Sin omega ct into sin omega ct plus omega c tau. Then one term with b square, this term, expectation of b square into this term. Expectation of b square into sin omega ct into cos omega ct plus omega c tau, minus expectation of a square into this term, omega ct cos omega ct into sin omega ct plus omega c tau. Now what is given in the question? A and b are 0 mean random variables. So expectation of a is 0, expectation of b is 0, and they are uncorrelated. Here it is given uncorrelated random variables. Uncorrelated means expectation of a into b becomes 0. Okay, in that case expectation of a into b becomes 0. Substitute, and a and b have equal variance. This condition is also given. Equal variance means sigma square of a is same as sigma square of b. Expectation of a square minus mu a square is same as expectation of b square minus mu b square. But mu a and mu b are equal. This is equal to this. So that gives you expectation of a square is equal to expectation of b square. That means this term is equal to only this expectation of b square term is equal to expectation of a square term. Correct? And this term becomes 0. Expectation of a into b term becomes 0 because of the uncorrelated random variables. So what will be the new expression? So the 4 terms reduced to only 2 terms now. You get sigma square omega ct cos omega ct plus omega c tau. This term, this is sigma square, and this is also sigma square, and this term becomes 0. So you get only 2 terms. Now if you observe this sigma square is a common term. Remaining terms are in the form sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Correct? Or sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Okay, I am using different notation here because of your a and b which are present in the problem. So sin x cos y minus cos x sin y is same as sin of x minus y. So this expression can be written as sin of omega ct minus omega ct minus omega c tau. This cancels, finally you get only a function of tau. That means your cross correlation function depends only on tau. Therefore the random processes x of t and y of t are jointly wide sense stationary. Okay. And from this answer it is clear that cross correlation functions are not necessary even functions of tau. Already I explained you. Autocorrelation function is an even function of tau, but this need not be an even function of tau. Correct? And maximum value of autocorrelation function is at tau equal to 0. But in the case of cross correlation function, the maximum value need not be at tau equal to 0. One example is this. Here if you put tau equal to 0, the answer becomes 0. Correct? So the properties of your autocorrelation function and cross correlation functions, you have the difference. This is one example. Okay. So Let me stop here now. I will continue with some more topics in the next video. Thank you.